Good evening, members of the Board of Education, parents, students, and any fellow dragons who may be viewing this tonight. My name is Gustavo Cortez Garcia. I'm currently a senior at Sato Academy of Math and Science. Today, I'm humbly honored to represent my school as a student, a peer, a friend, and most importantly, as a leader. I'm very pleased to share with you all about the amazing job being done by our very own Sato community. But first and foremost, I want to point out the expedited growth our school has experienced since its establishment just 8 years ago. Taking a look back to 2014, when I was just an itty-bitty fourth grader, LBUSD announced that Hill Middle School would be the new site of Sato Academy, a small high school dedicated to engineering sciences. I immediately knew that this would be the place I would call my high school. And sure enough, come 8th grade year, I would be accepted to the small school that had been under the radar to so many students. I would ecstatically tell my peers that I was going to Sato Academy. Oftentimes, I would receive a, "What's Sato? I've never heard of that place," or "What does Sato stand for?" By the way, Sato is not an acronym, but actually the namesake of the first female mayor of Long Beach, Eunice Sato, who unfortunately passed away last year. Now, just 4 years later, Sato has made no small name for itself. Our school motto, "Small but Mighty," is nothing short from the truth. Just earlier this year, with the guidance of our Linked Learning Coordinator, Ms. Saeed, Sato Academy received Gold Pathway certification from the Linked Learning Alliance, an astounding feat for a school established so soon and with only 4 graduating classes. Not only that, but Sato has soared through the rankings. Based on the 2022 U.S. News & World Report rankings, Sato placed 105th in the nation out of almost 18,000 schools that were ranked. I know math isn't some people's strong suit, so let me put that into perspective. Sato is not in the top 10%, not top 5%, not even top 1%. Sato placed within the top 0.5% of schools in the nation. Oh, and did I mention this was Sato's second time being ranked? But let's come back to the math part. Let me tell you some more about our numbers. Just 3 years ago, when I was a freshman, the class of freshmen was just short of 100 students. Now, just 3 years later, the current class of freshmen reaches about 140. That's a 40% increase of students in just 3 years. Growth is observed everywhere at Sato, including in our very own yearbook, the Akane. Last year, the yearbook team gave our yearbook the theme of Seicho, which means growth in Japanese. And truly, we felt like it resonated with our Sato community, especially after almost 3 pandemic years, where students could fully return to their classrooms, their clubs, and especially their friends. I would love to talk about growth at Sato all day, but I also want to talk about what goes on at Sato that supports this growth. Just last month, our solar panel construction was completed, which now provides tons of students with shade throughout the day, protecting them from the blistering sun, and provides a source of clean energy to our campus, inching us closer and closer to a greener world. But overall, Sato is such a dynamic place, a place where many people are involved in so many activities. As Sato goes through all its hustle bustle, many students take advantage of our unscheduled Period A. Everyone at Sato is unscheduled for Period A, and it's a time where they can gain access to their teachers' office hours and get the help they need, work with their groups for collaborative projects, receive grade level information at assemblies, relax from all the stress of high school at the Dragon's Den, and especially for us seniors, working at our college apps in the College and Career Center. Just to name a few. Throughout the span of a week, there's 3.5 hours dedicated to student success and support, something only unique to Sato. Our Sato culture has begun and continues to grow as time goes on. Our Sato Dragons work diligently during their academic classes as well as their extracurriculars. Students not only take pride in their clubs, but also on their growing sports programs on campus. Our Dragons are always pumped to cheer on our very own basketball team, which made it to finals in the Thematic Schools tournament. Our students gain many essential skills to be successful both in high school and in their post-secondary endeavors, learning our 4 student outcomes: accomplished industry professional, problem solver, creative innovator, and collaborative communicator. These skills are practiced every day to ensure that our students stay top tier, including our top tier ASB. ASB works strenuously to give students a good time all the time. Just 2 weeks ago, we had the biggest event of the year, Dragon Fest, which saw a whopping 315 students, more than half of our student body. All this craziness would not be possible without the hard work of our banker, Ms. Jackie, or our ASB advisor, Mrs. Oliver. Not to mention that next week will be our club rush. And although it hasn't happened yet, I want to give a huge thank you to our custodial staff, Victor, Cisco, and Jose, who put all their work into our school events to make sure our campus looks and stays beautiful for all our students and guests to enjoy. And for my fellow Dragons who may be viewing this tonight, I want you to know that ASB is looking forward to giving you more fun events like Dragon Fest in the near future. As for me, I've held various leadership positions from Key Club Treasurer, Dragon Crew, also known as Sato Link Crew, and now ASB President, just to name a few. My involvement at Sato reaches far beyond just being a student. I love volunteering for Key Club, working on projects in the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, and working on the yearbook that lives on forever, the haga. Sato has given me the opportunity to reach out of my shell that for so long I've hidden under. If you were to tell the shy, itty-bitty Gustavo that he would be ASB president or even active in many clubs, I would have told you that you were lying and crazy. But here I am now, in this seat, telling the LBUSD Board of Education all about my school. Even while working to understand the rhetorical situation or the effects of maze culture, I know I can reach out to staff and friends like Mr. Rigney or Mrs. Phelps. And whenever I get overwhelmed, I know I can always take a deep breath and 4, 7, 8. Moving forward, I hope to major in mechanical engineering at either UCI, UC Berkeley, or CSULB. Being a first-generation Latino has presented me with many challenges, from language barriers to comprehending new cultures. But with those challenges come many opportunities. Sato has become like a second family to me, and I'll always cherish the moments I have my last year here. But in the meantime, I look forward to ensuring that Sato stays slain by our community, which has helped me be the person that I am today. Thank you, LBUSD Board of Education, for allowing me to share about the superb Sato community and our growth throughout these past 8 years. Oh, and go Dragons!
Well, I couldn't think of a better student presentation to kick us off tonight. Thank you, Gustavo. You answered a bunch of our questions, which tend to hover around your plans for the future. But you have been in school at Sato for more days than the rest of the campuses. So of the last 2.5, 3 weeks that you've been at school, one highlight personally for you, best moment, best day?
Okay, I would have to say it was Dragon Fest. It was for the first time it was at CSULB after like 3 years, and all the students had a great time. We were dancing, singing, playing games. It was a really fun time, and I was super happy to see all the students enjoy their time at Dragon Fest. So it was just it makes me happy to see other people happy, which is what I saw at Dragon Fest.
Well, we are super grateful for your leadership. Colleagues, any questions for our student board member?
I don't have a question, but there were a couple of things I noticed from your presentation. Number one, you did a very good job at explaining math. I appreciate that. And then number two, I couldn't help but notice that you were acknowledging the custodians at your school and their role in helping you be successful. So I thought that was wonderful. And then the third thing was you mentioned your the editor for the yearbook, and I just want you to know that there are 2 members of this board who were editors of the yearbook when we were in high school. I'm one of them. Our board president is the other one. So when you mentioned that, special place in our hearts for the yearbook thing. Wonderful.
Wow, calling us out about not being on the yearbook staff.
I felt that as well. Yes. Unless I missed it, what are your plans for next year, sir?
So right now I'm working on my college applications, and I'm looking forward to major in mechanical engineering at UC Irvine, UC Berkeley, or Cal State Long Beach.
Okay.
Did you bring any supporters with you here tonight that you want to introduce to us?
I believe I have my principal, Ms. Coleman, in the audience. I'm not sure if she's here. But to anyone who's viewing this tonight, I know I have people supporting me at home. So Hi, everyone at home. Hi, Mom. And hi, everyone who's supporting me at home.
Well, we're thrilled to have you. We understand you are more than welcome to stick around for our business meeting if you'd like to see how the minutia of the meeting works, but we understand if you may have homework or other places to be. So if you need to slip out, that's okay too.
Thank you for having me.
President Kerr.
Thank you. Oh, Mr. Otto.
Yeah. I was going to mention that you failed to mention in your acknowledgments Principal Coleman, who I think is a great leader on that campus. And when I went and visited last Wednesday when schools first opened, she caught me and she said, "You have to come to back to school night," which was the next night. And I had a fabulous experience in going to 6 different classes by 6 very energetic teachers, and it really showed me the spirit of Sato, and maybe it was the dragon spirit that I caught up with as well. So she does a great job, and you did a great job. Good luck on your future.
Thank you.